with BACA Wines. I'm Chef Dyon of Chef's Palate, and we are enjoying the Tug of War Zinfandel today. We are going to enjoy that with our BACA spice blend. We're going to use that today on some kebabs. We're going to make a vegetarian version of kebabs first. We're going to reach for mushrooms, zucchini, squash, bell peppers, and you can use some onion if you want, and you can use a meatless option for your protein. This is a wheat gluten based one, commonly called seitan, but also you can use baked tofu, or you can even use jackfruit, which is a wonderful option for those of you who are looking for something that doesn't have gluten but also contains protein. You don't want to maybe get too crazy on your soy as well. These are very simple to make. Obviously, you're just going to chop your vegetables into whatever shape, size that you want. You can see that I picked out some smaller criminy mushrooms. These have a deeper flavor. I like them a little bit better than just plain white button mushrooms. You can cut your vegetables at a uniform size so that they all cook at the same time, the same temperature. Minding, of course, that zucchini cooks a little bit slower than yellow squash. So you can cut those a little bit thicker, make them a little bit bigger, and they'll still have the same snap and crunch as the zucchini when it comes around. So I'm going to cut these guys. This is our meatless option. So this is a wheat protein. We're going to put those on there, as well as our squash. And we're just going to layer some different flavors in between. Always minding to mix it up a little bit. You can do whatever you like. As you can see, we have a whole myriad of vegetables over here. You can throw a tomato in there. Get some color, get some pop. A kebab, the fun part about that is you can make it what you want. You can bring in guests, and you can set up a whole bar of the different ingredients and let your friends make their own kebab. Drizzle it with some oil. You can put these in a pan, of course, if you don't want to make a mess on your board. Drizzle it with some oil and use some of the BACA seasoning. As I mentioned before, this has got some lovely flavors to it of sumac, which actually brings its own acidity and bright red berry flavors. It's got mint and just a whole palette full of flavors. All right, let's move over to the meatier side of business. We're going to do one of my favorite quick dishes. We're going to make some lamb skewers. These are going to be very simple, okay? We're going to slice some shallots. Once sliced up, they're going to equal about a tablespoon. We're going to get those nice and small diced. So we're going to throw those into a pound of ground lamb. We've got some olive oil, about a tablespoon and a half. Fresh garlic, you can crush it, you can microplane it, you can grate it, you can buzz it up in the microprocessor, whatever you want to do, or you can cheat and buy this. Don't worry, I won't judge you. All right, so in here we have 1 pound of ground lamb. We have about a tablespoon of chopped shallot. We've got half a tablespoon or so of garlic, but hey, if you want more garlic, you can do more, I won't tell. And some extra virgin olive oil. I've given a little extra sprinkle of salt, and now I'm going to put a healthy dose, about 1 tablespoon of our BACA seasoning blend. We're going to mix that all together, and we're going to make some skewers out of it. So let's see how that goes. So once I've got the meat all mixed, I'll generally lay it out in a nice uniform way where I can split it. So we have a pound, which is 16 ounces. So if we split this by 8, then we have equal 2-ounce pieces. And it's much easier to go ahead and build our skewers. We're going to start by putting our veggies on. We're going to put them over here to the side. We're using a grill pan today because we're indoors. But if you're using a grill, you can either wrap the ends of your skewers in foil or keep them off the edge if it's possible. And when it comes to the lamb, I don't even skewer it. We put it straight on the grill, and even on your outside grill with a larger grid, It won't slip through in this. You can skewer it afterward. That'll save you a lot of trouble with burning up your skewers, whether you soak them or not. So keep an eye on your vegetables, of course, and once they get a good char on them, depending on how tender you like them or how much crunch you like to them, go ahead and give them a flip as they get some nice color. The lamb, you're working to get some color, but if they get too hot, of course, they could burn on one side. So it's better to turn your heat down after you get them marked, as we say. So once you get a good mark on them, feel free to turn them over. I'm going to let them keep cooking through. As they start to get hotter and you've got good color and you've got good char on them, don't be afraid to turn your heat down or even off and cover them with foil and let them finish in ambient temperature so that they don't overcook and so that you still get that color and that char, but without burning them. Okay, so as you just saw, there are two different ways to grill a skewer. So we took our vegetarian one, we skewered all of our ingredients on it, and we put it on the grill, minding to keep the end of it off the back, and minding, of course, to lose a mushroom along the way. Everyone knows that's good luck. So we're gonna serve that up with a little bit of tzatziki on top of a bed of arugula. We're gonna hit it with a little more olive oil because that never hurt. In this case, with the lamb skewers, we saw that the product was big enough that it wouldn't have fallen in between. So there's really no reason to have these skewers burning up every 2 seconds and you have to try to pick them out after you wanted to serve them. So you can easily just skewer them afterward, either on these big bamboo skewers, or maybe you have some cute little bamboo knots, or anything else that you want to do. Or maybe you just want to line them up on top of a Greek salad. But if you're going to serve them as an appetizer with the BACA Tug of War Zinfandel, then I recommend putting them on a bed of arugula or other greens and serving them with some tzatziki. So those are two different things that you can do with the BACA Spice Blend. One of my favorites, of course, is going to be the lamb skewers. I absolutely love the simplicity of this, as well as the flavor combinations, not only how it pairs with lamb, but also how it pairs with the Zinfandel. I absolutely love that. So I really hope that you enjoy that one. And if you're not a fan of lamb or a meat eater at all, I think you're gonna love the way that the complexity of this spice complements the simplicity of vegetables. It really brings out all the flavors, and I think you're going to really enjoy that as well when you savor it with the Tug of War. All right, so cheers, and once again, thank you very much.